name our teacher 2 times before we go to Dhamma talk. Namo Sahakya Moni Buddha. Namo Sahakya Moni Buddha. Namo Sahakya Moni Buddha. You know that in about 2 weeks we celebrate the Vesak, that the birthday of Prince Siddhartha, the future Buddha, the founder of Buddhism. There are many versions about Prince Siddhartha. Somebody say it like a mythical being. He was already a Buddha in many lives before. He just come from Tushita down to earth to help the human being so we can become Buddha. Another version, he's a normal person, he's an ordinary person. He like all of us, come in this world like a human being, and he grow up, he get educated, he have family, he have a son, and then after he get out in the world to see, he see the suffering, the sickness, the aging, and then the death. He say that life is not that beautiful like people think. It's a lot of suffering. So he said, okay, now I had to find a way to help myself, to get out the suffering. And he did that. He get out his family. He become a poor monk, a wanderer. And he tried to fight it. And all his effort, after many years, he become a Buddha. Buddha, that is an awakened person. In Buddhism, somebody say that we are godless, we are atheists. It's not true. The way we think about God is different than the other religion. The other religion, they believe on super being. Somebody have a power. Somebody create the world. Somebody make us and create human being, have a lot of power. In Buddhism, so no. And we practice the way it's very scientific, very democratic. Like Buddha say, I'm the Buddha, you are the Buddha in the future. You are not different than me. I'm like you. I'm a normal person. But due to my effort, I improve myself. I make myself better. I purify myself inside, outside. I become a good person. I go back to my true nature. Because the true nature of everybody is beautiful. It's majestic. But sometimes we don't believe it. We have our own obstruction on the hindrance outside. We don't see our true self. So we said, oh, I'm a sinner. Oh, I'm a bad. I'm not worthy. I get in this world. I try to enjoy everything and I die. That's it. But in Buddhism, no. Buddha teaches us that you have your true nature. You have to find a way to find your true nature. The true nature is deep inside. Nobody can help to find your true nature except yourself. So what Buddha said, he come to this world like us, he practiced it, and he found his true nature. He get alignment, he become a Buddha. So we do the same thing. That's the way Prince Siddhartha come to this world. They are no more no less than an ordinary person. So when we celebrate that, so we think we're not like the other religion. We have idolatry. We bow to that super being. We scare that super being. You said, oh, if we don't believe in that super being, we get perdition. We go to hell. And we believe that super being, we saved, we go to heaven. It's not in Buddhism. You self. You save yourself. You do everything yourself. We do ourselves. It's a little difficult, but it's feasible. Okay? We cannot be Buddha like him, like that easy. He practiced it. Sometimes we don't become Buddha in this life, maybe future life, maybe many lives. Because if you think about the solar calendar, the lunar calendar, 100 years is very long, okay? You said it's long. But look at cosmic calendar, 100 years mean nothing. 100 years like a nanosecond, like 1,000 a second. Because the history of the earth is a few days, few first day of the cosmic calendar, the month of January, the few first day of the month January, cosmic calendar. So if our life means nothing, maybe just nanosecond. So if you think about that, we can become Buddha. Maybe it takes about 2-3 days. Maybe that means 2-3 million years. But is that 2-3 million years are very long? No, the cosmic calendar is not that long. 2-3 days. Maybe 1 week, maybe 1 month, we become Buddha. So our goal is we practice it. We understand the way our Buddha, our teacher, our fundamental teacher teaches. We practice it, we will find our way. And he said, we have a torch, you light your way, you go your way. Nobody give you. You have a trajectory already. You have a way already. You set a GPS. You practice Buddhism. That means you set up a GPS. You know, I know my way. I go that way. And sooner or later, we do the progressive way. Some people, they are gifted. They can become enlightened in this life or maybe next life. But we are normal person. It will take us many lives, but we make it, we do it. We will become Buddha. We will become awakened. Awakened is that? I mean, you find our true nature, you get alignment. You find our true happiness. Because in this life, we're not really happy. A lot of dissatisfaction. No matter who you are, you can have a high degree, you can have a lot of money, a high position, but you're still not satisfied. You still get sick, you get old, and you go down, and you die. So you suffer. But after you get alignment, you get out of the cycle of birth and death, you don't suffer anymore. So that's our goal in life. All life, we go such a way, we get alignment. And without cycle of birth and death, we don't suffer anymore. So Buddha teaches, all his life is an example. That's the difference from other religion. The other religion, they have a dogma. They tell you what you have to do, what to do. In Buddhism, we have no dogma. Buddha, our teacher, he showed us the way. He did it. And he showed us, I do it, you can do it. Okay? I practice it. I'm a normal person like you due to my effort. I practice it, I advance it. And you can do the same. You advance it, you improve gradually. In Buddhism, it's self-improvement. You see, when you celebrate the Vesak, we have a holy bath. People thought, oh, you give bath to the baby Buddha. No, the teaching is this one. You give bath to yourself. You clean yourself outside, inside. You become a cleaner person. You get clean inside, outside. You become a very clean person. You get alignment. That's the meaning of the holy bath. Okay? There's nothing super inspiration, everything example, everything. He did it, and he showed us how to do it. We can do it. And in Buddhism, we practice in a group. Why we practice in a group? We help each other. We do together. In Buddhism, Buddha says that the best way to practice Buddhism, you serve all the people, you serve a human being or every sentient being. That's the practice Buddhism. It's not bowing, it's not chanting, it's not superstition, it's not idolatry. That the practice, you say that I need to help myself and I help the other people. A lot of people, they say, and it's true, why you practice Buddhism? You practice Buddhism so become Buddha. You become Buddha not getting the throne so we bow at you. No, you become a Buddha so turn around, make all the people become Buddha themselves. So they stop the suffering. You don't have suffering. You want the other people not to suffer the same way. That's the way you practice Buddhism. That help yourself and help to practice Buddhism. Okay? It's no selfish. In Buddhism, always sharing. That's the reason why we practice together. We help each other. Buddhism is very profound. We have so many sutras, so many things. 6,000 books in Mahayana. There's no way in our whole life we can study it. But we practice the Buddha inside ourselves. The mantra, the best mantra is a good understanding. So we see the Buddha inside yourself, in your heart, your mind. The Sangha, that's the community of practitioners inside yourself. The Dharma inside yourself. So it's inside you here. So all the thing outside, that's the former. The substance is inside yourself. You know it. You practice it. And just practice sincerity. Okay? In Buddhism, you have to practice sincerity. You practice to help yourself and help the other people. Follow the example of our teacher, Sakyamuni Buddha. Okay? He did it. He succeeded in doing that. We can do it. It takes us time, but we can do it. And it makes us very happy. You practice Buddhism, it brings you happiness. It brings you self-confidence. It helps you do the self-improvement. That's the goal of practicing Buddhism. So I hope that near the Vesak, we think, okay? We think together. Practice Buddhism always take a lot of thinking. We chant, we recite the sutra, but for what? To help the understanding. The practice and the study go hand in hand, okay? If you practice without studying, it's like a blind faith, okay? We don't practice by blind faith. You know yourself. You are an intelligent person. You're very valuable. You're very honorable. So you practice the good way. You practice, you say, I'm valuable. I do my good way. So I practice it to elevate myself. When I get elevated, I turn around. I want my fellow people to get elevated too. So they reach my level. And Buddha said, I am the Buddha. That level, you will be the Buddha yourself, the same level. Very democratic. Buddhism, the first religion, have feminism, okay? We have none. The time of Buddha, we have that. We have no discrimination. We have no discrimination whatsoever in Buddhism. No gender discrimination, no age discrimination, no class discrimination, no skin color discrimination. We are all equal, okay? The young people is valuable as the old person, okay? So because the young people, they have the same Buddha nature. The young kids have Buddha nature. So we need to respect the young people like we do to ourselves. The lady They have the same Buddha nature, so we have to respect them. Okay? The black person is as valuable as a white person, as the color people. We all the same. So we don't discriminate. There is no discrimination in Buddhism. That's the equality. It's very democratic. That's a wonderful religion. And everything you see, you do yourself. You have to trust yourself. And we make the effort. Effort will bring you the success. That we learn from our fundamental teacher, Sakyamuni Buddha. Okay? But I hope that you go home, you open the book, you do chanting, you think a little bit more. You can get online, you can know more about Sakyamuni Buddha, about Prince Siddhartha. That's a normal person, nothing different than us. So I just want to talk to you about Prince Siddhartha, the future Buddha, the ordinary person like you and me. And he practiced and he elevated himself. We can do the same way. Okay? If anybody have any question, I try to answer your question. I'm very happy because I see all of you are so good. And Master Quang, I think about him, I talked to him, I said, your true color is a good monk, okay? He's only very young, he's only 35. He'll take my place. He said, I'm very happy you take my place, okay? You can practice maybe 50 more years, 60 more years, maybe 70 more years. He's very young. You can make this temple better every day. We try to embellish the temple. I tell him, I put flower, I put a lot of things to that. Make yourself feel good about the temple. It's a pretty place, so people come in, they enjoy it. I spend time and spend money. Him and me, yesterday, he go out, he do the cleaning in front of the temple, cut bushes, tree and everything. I said, you do it for yourself. That's your temple. That's the people's temple. It's not for me. I'm old enough, I'll die soon, and maybe in a few more years I'll die. But that's your temple. Take good care of temple. Make it clean, the front, the back, outside, inside. So people, they come in here, they love it. They think that it's their temple. It's a place they come, they enjoy it. We done neglect everything. I said the old temple, that's the place we started. We keep that place pretty clean too. The new temple do the same thing. But the whole place pretty and clean. And I tell Master Quang, that's your obligation. Because that's your temple. That's your legacy. It's not me. Because I don't care very much about that because of my age, okay? I just want him to take over. And all of you help him to take over, to prepare this place for you and for the future generation. Okay? It belongs to everybody. All the people of San Antonio, that's their temple. Okay? So I hope that you understand that and help Master Quang to do it, to make the place here, the pagoda, better every day. So everybody can enjoy it, everybody can benefit, everybody can practice together. We practice together, we improve ourselves together. That's my thinking, okay? If you have any question, just let me know. I try to answer your question. If you have no question, we transfer merit and we go chanting. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. any positive karmic action we accomplish today, you transfer to everybody and wish them the enlightenment. Inviting the bell. Bodhi.
Speech and mind in perfect oneness, I send my heart along with the sound of the may the hearers awaken from forgetful and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Listen, this wonderful brings me back to my true home.
Incense offering in
gratitude to be offered this incense to all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas throughout space and time, pay it deep fragrant as earth first, reflecting our careful efforts, our wholehearted mindfulness, and the fruit of understanding slowly ripen. May we and all beings be companions of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. May we awake from forgetfulness and realize our true home.
Opening first the
incense in the censer now is burning, all the Dharma realm in every place, auspicious clouds appearing, our sincere intention thus fulfilling, as all Buddhas now show their perfect body, homage to the incense bound canopy, Bodhisattva and great Bodhisattvas.
First is for bowing, we bow together. Om
to the eternally abiding Buddhas, the supreme Dharma and sages, Sangha throughout the Dharma realm and the realm of empties, and three periods of time.
Om.
To Amitabha Buddha in the land of ultimate Avalokiteshvara, great compassion, Bodhisattva, great strength, Bodhisattva, earth sword, great vow, Bodhisattva, and the assembly of great pure sea-like Bodhisattvas.
Please sit down. The great compassion mantra. Namo.
Great compassionate Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo, great compassionate Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Namo, great compassionate Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
Namo
Ratnatrayaya. Namo Aryavalokiteshvara, Bodhisattvaya, Mahasattvaya, Mahakarunikaya, Om Sarvaya Sodanadasya, Namoskritva Imamarya, Valokiteshvara Ramdava, Namo Narakendi, Vimahavaswami, Sarvaharhato Shubham, Ajiyam, Sarvasattva, Namo Vastava, Namo Vak, Mavitato Taryata. Karate hiri Mahabodhisattva, Sarva Sarva Mala Mala, Mahi Mahi Hridayam, Koro Koro Karma, Doro Doro Vishyate, Mahavishate, Dara Dara Dirinishvaraya, Chala Chala Mama Vimala, Muktalehi Ehi, Shina Shina Hasham Vashari, Vishva Vishvam Vashaya, Holo Holo Mara, Holo Holo He, Sara Sara, Siri Siri, Soro Soro, Bodhiya Bodhiya Bodhaya Bodhaya, Maitreya Narakendi Drishanina Vayamana, Swaha Siddhaya, Swaha Mahasiddhaya, Swaha Siddhayogi, Shvaraya, Swaha Narakendi, Swaha Mara Nara, Swaha Sira Simha Mukaya, Swaha Sarva Sagaraya Swaha Mavari Sankaraya Natrayaya Namo Arya Varokiteshvaraya Swaha Om Siddhyanto Mantra Padaya Swaha.
The Dhamma
Body is bringing morning light in concentration. My heart is at peace. A half smile is born on my lips. This is a nude, and I vow to go through it in mindfulness. The sun of wisdom has risen, shining in every direction. Noble Sangha diligently bring your mind. Meditation. Namo Shakyamunaye Bodhaya. Namo Yamunaye Bodhaya. Munaye Bodhaya.
Proceeds for opening a sutra. The Anshopa.
As profound and wonderful Dharma is difficult to encounter in hundreds of millions of eons, I now see and hear, receive and uphold it, and I vow to fathom the Tathagata's true meaning. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha.
Touching the earth, the one.
Bows and the one who is bowed to are both by nature empty. Therefore the communication between them is inexpressibly perfect. Our practice and is the net of Indra, reflecting all Buddhas everywhere, as my own person reflects in all Buddhas, to whom with my whole life I go for refuge.
Offering
Light in the 10 directions, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, to whom we bow in gratitude.
teaching and
Living the way of awareness in the very midst of suffering and confusion. Shakyamuni Buddha, the awakened one, to whom we bow in gratitude.
cutting through
Ignorance awakening our hearts and our minds. Manjushri, the Bodhisattva of great understanding, to whom we bow in gratitude.
working mindful,
Fully working joyfully for the sake of all beings. Samanta Bhadra, the Bodhisattva of great action, to whom we bow in gratitude.
responding
To suffering, serving beings in countless ways. Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva, compassion, to whom we bow in gratitude.
seat of
Awakening and loving kindness in children, sprouts, and all beings. Maitreya, the Buddha, to be born, to whom we bow in gratitude.
showing the
The way
the Dhamma
is deep and lovely. We now have a chance to see it and practice it. We vow to realize its true meaning.
The Paramita, the Bodhisattva,
Avalokita, while moving in the discourse of Prajnaparamita, shed light on the 5 skandhas and found them equally empty. After this penetration, he overcame ill-being. Listen, Shariputra, form is empty. Emptiness is form. Form is not other than emptiness. Emptiness is not other than. The same is true with feelings, perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness. Listen, Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They are neither produced nor destroyed, neither defiled nor immaculate, neither increasing nor decreasing. Therefore, in emptiness there is neither form nor feelings, no perception, nor mental formations, nor consciousness, no eye or ear or nose or tongue or body or mind, no form, no sound, smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realms of elements, no interdependent origins, and no extinction of them, no ill-being, no cause of ill-being, no end of ill-being, and no path, no understanding, no attainment, because their attainment, the Bodhisattvas ground in Prajnaparamita, find no obstacles for their minds. Having no obstacles, they overcome fear, liberating themselves forever from illusion and realizing perfect nirvana. All Buddhas in the past, present, and future arrive at Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Therefore, one should know that perfect understanding is the highest mantra, the unequaled mantra, the destroyer of ill-being, the incorruptible truth, the mantra of Prajnaparamita should therefore be proclaimed. Gate, gate, para, samgate, bodhiswaha, gate, gate, para, samgate, bodhiswaha, gate, 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 para, samgate, bodhiswaha.
Invoking the Bodhisattva's name, we invoke
your name, Avalokiteshvara. We aspire to way of listening in order to help relieve the suffering in the world. You know how to listen, to understand. We invoke your name to practice listening with all our attention and open-heartedness. We will sit and listen without any prejudice. We will sit and listen without judging or reacting. We will sit and listen in order to understand. We will sit and listen attentively, that we will be able to see what the other person is saying and also what is being left unsaid. We know that deeply we already alleviate a great deal of pain and suffering in the other person.
We invoke
your name, Manjushri, we aspire to. Into the hearts of people, we will tension and open-heartedness, we will with prejudiced eyes, we will look without judging or reacting, we will look deeply so that we will be able to and understand the roots of suffering through the impermanent and selfless nature of all that is. We will sing the sword of understanding to cut through the bonds of suffering, thus freeing ourselves and other species.
We invoke your name.
Mantabhadra, we aspire to. The eyes and heart of compassion to bring joy to one person in the morning and to ease the of one person in the afternoon. We know that happiness of others is our own happiness, and we aspire to the path of service. We know that every look, every action, and every smile can bring happiness to others. We know that we practice wholeheartedly, we ourselves may become an inexhaustible source of peace and joy for our loved ones and for all species.
We invoke
your name, Shiti Garbha, we aspire to. Of being present where there is darkness, suffering, oppression, and despair, so can bring light, hope, relief, and liberation to those places. We are determined not to forget about or abandon those in desperate situations. We will do our best to establish contact. Those who cannot find a way out of their suffering, those whose cries for help, justice, equality, and human rights are not being heard. We know that be found in many places on earth. We will do our best not to contribute to creating more hells on earth and to transform the hells that already exist. We will the qualities of perseverance and stability, so that like the earth we can always be support and faithful to those in need.
There are three refuges. I take refuge
in the Buddha, the one who shows me the way in this life. I take refuge in the Dharma, the way of understanding and of love. I take refuge in the Sangha, the community that lives in harmony and shining light that supports me, keeping my practice free of obstruction.
Taking
refuge in the Buddha, in myself I aspire. Help all people recognize their own awakened nature, realizing the mind of love, taking refuge in the Dharma, in myself I aspire to help all people fully master the ways of practice and walk together on the path of liberation, taking refuge in the Sangha. In myself I aspire to help all people build fourfold communities to embrace all beings and support their transformation.
sharing the merit,
Reading the sutras, practicing the way of awareness, gives rise to benefits without limit. We vow to share